everyone. This is Crystal with AI Experience, and I'm here with Silvana Pimentel, Chief AI Officer, also known as AI Superpower Implementer. Welcome to AI Experience. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful. I am so happy to be here with you, Crystal. It's a honor.
Yes, I'm glad that we're here and we're able to have a conversation and me be able to get your experience in AI and all the great things that you're doing. Today, I want to make sure that we talk about the real world experiences that you've been having, leadership perspective, and any AI intersects in business strategies that you have. So, I'm happy to have you on to have a talk today. So, we want to jump straight into the questions. One, the first thing is, how did you get here? How did you become this chief AI officer? It's like an exciting role that everyone is aspiring to be, but it takes experience to get there. So if you can share that with us.
Oh, I would love to. Crystal, is I have always been like an early adopter. I love technology, and it's been in my life. When I learned about especially the earlier tools like ChatGPT, for instance, I was like, wow, this sounds amazing. And I had to go and explore it. I went at the beginning like a little bit hesitant. I was like, what is this? Is this real? What is going on? But then I started kind of being so engaged, and I couldn't let it go. Like now it's like so addictive, and I keep myself learning and learning as much as I can, and decided to go for this Chief AI Officer certification, as it is kind of the most important certificate, one of the most important certifications one can have as in the AI arena. And I wanted to learn as much as I can, but more importantly, go ahead and implement those things.
Right, right. And so with that certification and your experience with leading teams, what impact do you feel like that certification has had on you?
That's an interesting question. I wouldn't attribute it mainly to the certification, but the impact of the process of learning and what I learned through on AI through my life and through my career, and that has had a really deep impact in my life, in my business, in my job. It's been really like night and day, and I use it for many things, from as a parent, from as a business owner, as an employee, as a sales leader, so different ways. As the way I use it is as a strategic partner. I think that has made a big difference. I know a lot of people, as they are getting started, they use it as like a research tool, which is awesome also.
Right.
It can do a lot of amazing things. But I find the most success when I started using it as a thinking partner. It made a big difference.
Yeah, I like that because you're going beyond just the theory of it and you are actually implementing and you're applying it. I think one of the major roles when it comes to leadership is being able to define what that strategy is, so then your team knows how to, how to implement, how to execute, and how to govern the use of AI. But it is far beyond just the LLM models. It's something that you can actually apply, especially now that we're thinking of agentic and using more within the workplace. So I think that that's great. For you, do you think that integrating AI do you have the ability to implement AI without losing the trust or the culture of your business?
Oh, I love that question. Culture is super important, very important, and that is one key component of making it successfully, right? Because if you the tool or the results would be pretty much meaningless if it doesn't involve the culture or the authenticity of the user. So that is very important, and I take that into consideration when applying or implementing any AI tool, that it reflects not only the culture, the authenticity, but the guidelines and vision and mission of the person or of the company. So, and there are many ways to make it happen. A lot of times, people disregards AI as a tool that is not as effective, and most of the times it is due to the perhaps the wrong prompting or using it a little bit in a way that could be definitely improved. So I take my time into feeding the tool or incorporating into the process the culture of the company or of the person or the entrepreneur that is going to use it. So we make sure it reflects their voice and their mission and vision.
Yeah. So when it comes to operationalizing AI, right, what do you feel like separates a company who is able to successfully apply it versus a company who is trying to, avoid it or just not ready to adopt it yet?
Yes. Oh, I love that question. I would say a couple of things on that topic. On one hand, a lot of people are very hesitant on using AI. They feel like, or they might feel intimidated. They might feel overwhelmed, which is easy because
Right.
so many tools, so many
much data.
Yeah, so much data. And what I've seen the most successful companies that have implemented AI is they use it not as they use it in a structured way with guardrails, with guidelines, and they focus on the problem more than in the tool. Right. So I would say the most important thing when implementing AI is to focus on what the pain point is. So we start targeting then once we have that clear, we can come out with a solution around that topic, and not the other way around. A lot of times I've seen people started in an organized way, testing one tool here, one tool there. Perhaps marketing uses one tool, operations uses another, sales uses another tool, and then they don't connect with each other. So ultimately it's kind of a big waste of money, and they are not using it in a way that can be much more productive and efficient. So that will be my take on that. Like, as long as we use it in an organized way, based on the pain points, with some policies, the AI policies are going to be very critical in the success.
I agree, especially with my background being in cybersecurity and maturing cybersecurity teams. So I'm always thinking about strategy and governance as well. And what I have noticed is for companies that are not ready to adopt it, you're starting to see that gap between productivity and return on investment. How do they apply it? How do they work in sync with each other? Kind of like what you said, you have different teams working in silos and leveraging AI differently. But now it's where your chief AI officer, hat comes in, and you're able to identify that gap and close it by figuring out a way for everyone to work strategically together. So for you, my next question would be, what would you tell the operator or the technical person, the builder at the company? What should they focus on first when it comes to implementing AI?
Oh, that's an awesome question, and I think it's going to be very important when we start thinking about implementation. It's going to be focused on what outcome are we looking for, and then we plan a strategy based on that, based on what the issues are, and we can start. I suggest starting small, and typically for a successful implementation of AI in businesses, we are looking at choosing a AI council, which is a team of people that are influential in the company that can help make the decisions and help early adopt AI into their divisions or their company. So I would say focus on identifying what the pain points are, and then based on that is much easier. Once we have that clear, we can strategize, and using AI as a second brain or as a thinking partner, we can strategize and decide what are the best ways to solve that issue, that pain point. And typically, the best results will come when we have good communication within the company, because a lot of times there are some people that are very AI adverse, and
I
so
love that word you just said.
yes, because a lot of them are super scared about AI for some reason. I mean, and so it's good to have kind of a couple of ambassadors of AI that are pro implementing this, so we can actually establish and coordinate responsible way to implement AI in an organized way, taking care of the governance, taking care of the taking care of the data. As a cybersecurity expert, you know how important that is. And so I see the most valuable way is to start with the problem, and having quick wins is also another important thing. Once we can start with something small, but just and we can improve it, because with AI also is such a powerful tool. I mean, it's just that is so convenient to use it. Otherwise, the ones who are not using it, is either they are going to be left behind, or the competitors are using it. So we might as well definitely go for it and try to implement as much of these powerful tools, so we can increase our chances of being successful.
Right. Definitely, to give yourself the competitive edge, you have to leverage it at this point, because otherwise what would normally take a week to spit out one policy, you can spit it out same day if you have the proper setup and it's implemented. And of course, always considering those guardrails, right? Because you want to make sure you know where your data is going. So we talked a bit about the operators and the builders and what they should focus on first. I love the quick wins concept. You know, consulting, that was like our main focus is quick wins, quick wins, quick wins. What can we focus on right now in order to get the biggest bang for our buck, to start seeing that change? When it comes to focusing, pivoting from the builder and the operator, now going back into that leadership lens, right, is what impact do you feel like AI is going to have on you, not just on you, on leadership as a whole, within the next 3 to 5 years?
It's going to be critical to leadership, and it's already happening. It has a big impact, and the people or the leaders who are incorporating these AI solutions are definitely going to be further ahead of anybody else, because and it's going to be a difference, not about learning the things, but implementation is going to make it critical. It's a decision that cannot be postponed anymore. I mean, you either are going to go all in with AI and implement it as responsibly in an organized way, or unfortunately, they're going to be left behind. So definitely it's going to be important, and it's going to be very important, and it's going to make a big difference. You're going to see people that are using, like, are definitely, because it's almost feel like an unfair competitive advantage, because it's that powerful. Mm-hmm. So you're going to start seeing the biggest impact on these leaders who go ahead and use it.
Yeah, definitely. We're already seeing a gap, as I said, and so it's getting to the point where you have to do it. So you have provided such a grounded perspective, very human first, and so I see how you look at AI as a person's superpowers, because it's like you're keeping humans center and the focus, but still being that adversary for AI, mm-hmm. I would say. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things that I would like to say, just like in closing, is what's one of the mindset shifts or actions that leaders should be looking at right now when it comes to AI?
That's a lot of questions.
How do they find their superpower?
Oh, yes, yeah. Yes. Well, I think some people are afraid of losing authenticity while incorporating AI. So I always say that I have two superpowers. One is AI, the other one is being authentically me. And that applies to how we can maximize the impact of AI in your life, in your businesses, without losing that edge of the authenticity, because without being just playing one more voice or one more company offering the same thing that others. So I think that the value is going to come where we can actually find that specific niche that we help, that we serve, and that we can improve our impact in that specific target by being authentic and being clear of the way or the results that we provide with our solutions, and implementing the AI tools or AI frameworks in an organized way with the right information that is, so that they are not going to lose their tone, their voice, their culture, mission, vision of the company. Because a lot of times now in a world where AI is taking over pretty much, you see a lot of companies that or people that are kind of giving a message that is kind of generic and that doesn't get you where you need to be. So as long as we are impactful and we concentrate on adding value to our customers, and we can be authentic and giving a clear message to our target market, I think that's going to be the differentiator in being authentic and helping our target market in a meaningful way, where we are not going to be looking at the just promises or the tools. We're looking at the outcomes. That's going to make that difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. That is one of the things that helps you to receive better responses when asking AI, meaning the different tools out there, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini. I mean, we can go down the list, but being authentic to yourself, as those tools learn you, then it'll be able to give you a more tailored response, right? Instead of it being the same response that everyone else gets, which that we can probably go for a whole nother hour talking about that and the different examples of how people catch that AI is being used because they're not using their authentic self. So
yes, absolutely.
I appreciate the conversation. How can people find you?
Oh, well, thank you so much, Crystal. I had so much fun talking to you and meeting you in person. I'm so excited. I look forward to the event. How people can find me, I am on silvanapimentel.com. I also on LinkedIn, Silvana Pimentel. You can find me anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and on my website, silvanapimentel.com.
Nice. And so you will also be at the AI Experience April 14th through the 16th, 2026 here in Houston. Don't forget to get your tickets. You definitely want to see her, as she is going to be a part of our implementation track, allowing people or helping people to understand how to leverage their AI superpowers. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
It was a pleasure.
Yes,
thank you.